Okay, our next speaker is Brianna McCarthy, also known as BRIMAC. She is a senior who will graduate in May in athletic coaching education, and she's from Ajax, Ontario. She was number 33, left back position on the women's outstanding soccer team, and was Big East Championship most outstanding defensive player. With a regular unbeaten season, she was part of a team that was the Big 12 Conference champions. She is on the Garrett Ford Academic Honor Roll, and she is a member of the Canadian National Women's Soccer Team. Now, currently, she had to leave the semester a little early, but she is back today, and I'm certainly happy to see her. She's playing for the Western New York Flash, and the title of Brianna's speech is Halfway There.
Hello. How many of you have ever read the book Peter Pan? We know that this is the story of a young boy who never grew up and took his friends on flights to Neverland. One of my favorite quotes from this story is, "The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it." This is a quotation about self-confidence, which many people confront. There are 3 basic reasons as to why I struggle with self-confidence. One reason I lack self-confidence is because of my height. It didn't really hit me until I was about 12 years old, but prior to that, I was the same size as many of my friends. All of a sudden, they all went through growth spurts, and I did not. For example, my best friend Kayla grew 3 or 4 inches in a really short period of time. While my friends joked about it, it really kind of bothered me at times. When it came to athletics, my one saving grace was that I could jump really high. So my height was only an issue if I were playing against a girl who were really tall. If she was of average height, it wasn't much of a disadvantage to me. Another reason why I lacked self-confidence was because I was afraid of the future and my role in it. When I started playing soccer at the age of 4, it was purely for fun. That started to change when I was about 11 or 12. After going through tryouts, I had made our rep level team, which was a stage above from house league. I started to think, maybe I could do this. Since I was good enough to make that team, I knew that I had to keep working at it. That, along with tremendous support from my parents, went a very long way. I became more serious in high school. Many find it odd to believe that I did not play high school soccer. However, the reason is because at this time, I played for a provincial team called the NTC, National Training Center, which is similar to ODP here, which is the Olympic Development Program. I traveled 1 hour each way to get to and from practice, and we practiced 4 days a week. We were not permitted to play high school soccer to avoid the risk of becoming injured. I also started going to national team camps to prepare for that year's World Cup being held in New Zealand. In preparation, we attended a training camp in Alabama where I first began getting recruited. The recruiting process really started to boost my confidence level, and it was actually in Alabama where I was first recruited by West Virginia University. I had drawn attention from other great schools, such as Ohio State and Penn State, but after a visit to WVU, the choice was easy because the team and the coaching staff had made it so welcoming, and I knew that this was a place that I could call home for the next 4 years. Finally, I lacked self-confidence because I didn't believe in my athletic abilities. Fortunately, I have always received praise from my coaches, both NTC and Nikki Izzo Brown. Sometimes I didn't feel like I could measure up to what they believed I was. While I like being a leader both on and off the field, sometimes I mentally shut down. For example, if things aren't going my way in practice, I'll continue to struggle because I can't snap out of it. If I'm going up against an opposing player and she beats me twice, I'll have less confidence to take her on the next time. I will get through these things by talking myself out of those negative thoughts and trying to perfect the little things like connecting my passes and staying connected to my back line. In late December, I found out that I had been awarded a contract through the Canadian Soccer Association to play professional soccer in the NWSL, a new American soccer league. A few weeks ago, I moved to Buffalo to begin my new job. I have 1 year to prove myself. I am finally at the point in my life where I feel like I'm good enough, simply because I've worked hard, I'm dedicated, and I'm confident. In the words of Theodore Roosevelt, believe you can, and you're halfway there. Thanks.
Introduce Nikki and then
Yeah, my coaches, Nikki, Marissa, and Stoy, I saw her come in, and my trainer, Amy, Mr. Luck, my roommate and best friend, Mallory, in the back there. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
And Mallory is an alum of the class. I should say that, right? Okay. All right. Very nice. Thank you.
Thanks.